This week, we're going back to Skywalker Ranch. Rogue One lands back in theaters and more. Would you hurry up and go? We gotta get to the news. Jeez. If you've been hoping for another chance to see a Star Wars film on the big screen, you're in luck.
In my experience, there's no such thing as luck.
Fair. Still, for a limited time, the Rebellion Built on Hope is returning to select IMAX theaters for screenings of Rogue One, A Star Wars Story later this month. And those in attendance will get an exclusive look at the new Disney Plus series Andor ahead of its September 21st debut. For more details, give your best Jyn Erso stare and fight your way to the official Star Wars account on Twitter. Our favorite old smoothie is headed to the holotables in disguise. Starting today, you can add Skiff-Guard Lando to your squad in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. His ability for covert coordination can give various bonuses depending if they're light or dark side characters, reflecting his dual role as Hutt Cartel guard and spy for Luke Skywalker as they rescue Han Solo. And when the new galactic legend Jabba the Hutt slimes his way into the game soon, Lando will make for the perfect squad mate. Nod with me if you love this plan and it makes perfect sense and nothing could possibly go wrong by infiltrating Jabba's palace and letting Chewie and Leia get locked up after R2 and C-3PO were gifted to that slimy piece of worm-ridden filth.
We're doomed.
Skiff-Guard Lando's event starts today and runs for 1 week. Earlier this week, the Toy of the Year Award finalists were announced, and Star Wars is in the running in 3 of the 17 categories. Up for Action Figure of the Year, Hasbro's Lola animatronic edition straight from Little Leia's pocket into our hearts. In the category of Grown-Up Toy of the Year, the Legacy lightsaber of Cal Kestis from Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, and in the running for Game of the Year, Star Wars Villainous board game. Notoriously delightful. For more on how to cast your vote for all 3 of these Toy of the Year nominees, play your way to StarWars.com/thisweeknow. What's more fun than a Gamorrean girl on the dance floor at Jabba the Hutt's palace? How about a list of 20 Easter eggs from the LEGO Star Wars Summer Vacation animated special? Over on StarWars.com, learn some fun facts from behind the scenes of the new Disney Plus special, including this gem. The design of the Gamorrean girl at Jabba's party and the inspiration for the song is a nod to this piece from Star Wars concept artist Ralph McQuarrie. The more you know. Last week, some of the legends of ILM sat down to tell us what movies inspired them to get into film production. But you said that wasn't enough content from our trip to Skywalker Ranch, and we agree. This week, the great minds of ILM discussed the spirit of the company and the importance of pulling back the curtain with Light and Magic, the new documentary series streaming now on Disney+. Do you have any hopes for what people are going to get out of Light and Magic?
There's an interesting irony about exposing what goes on behind the scenes. For a century, studios and producers didn't do that. They kept all their tricks behind the curtain. But that changed. Star Wars came out, had such a gigantic impact, and there were documentaries made right away which went around behind the scenes, and that was a commercially successful endeavor. People loved it. So I think that's going to always be there. We have this funny duality where we can watch a movie and they can also study about how it was done, and somehow they can reconcile the two and not let one diminish the other.
It's really inspiring to look back on our legacy and realize what an impact these amazing geniuses, many of whom still work at ILM, the impact they've made on films, but really gets so honored through the lens of Lawrence Kasdan and all these A-list filmmakers who love to collaborate with us because of that unique filmmaking perspective, I think.
My hope is with the documentary that it's going to kind of shed some light on the evolution of this company that started off developing a lot of the technology they used, they built from scratch. It's interesting to have that whole evolution maybe encapsulated so that people can get a sense of where this stuff came from, and to see some of the stories of the people that were involved in making it happen, because what made ILM really special were the people. You had a really interesting combination of people from all kinds of different backgrounds coming together, and it's all about problem solving.
ILM was like the best college ever. And it's a very similar environment because you have a lot of very talented people and we're learning at the same time. Every day was a discovery. Every day somebody was learning something new because we were being challenged to create something that had never been done before. And collectively as a group, we all came together to figure out what that is.
We were just looking for if anybody had a better idea. It was like, okay, that's great, we'll do that. The camaraderie of everybody, and it was, we were all on the same wavelength.
One of the things I think that's so amazing, which a lot of people don't get, is they weren't stuck on what they had mastered. They were focused on what they needed to do. That's a hard thing for most people to do it. ILM, that's the way they thought. So that's one of the things to get out of it. It's like you don't get stuck on what used to work.
Yeah.
You just focus on what needs to be done. This is how you relate to your ego and how you think about things.
I hope that people will see that ILM, especially the early years, is something that could never happen again. There were these people who, many of whom hadn't worked in film before, but they had a specific skill and a talent to do one thing. And it was just something that came together at that moment in time that could never be repeated again.
Yeah.
And, we were all lucky to have been a part of it.
Pursue your dreams, enjoy it. If you don't enjoy it, you shouldn't be in it because it's just going to get worse. But if you enjoy it, it's worth it.
Thank you all for joining us at Skywalker Ranch and to ILM for bringing the magic. That's it for this week, but for more on these stories and other news from around the galaxy, check out StarWars.com. And be sure to join us right here for This Week in Star Wars every Thursday. Thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you.